Funny dog stories.
Viral photo of shaved husky sends Twitter into a frenzy. Over thousands of years, huskies have been bred to become strong animals, able to withstand harsh, extreme cold temperatures. So naturally, when you see one without its coat, something looks and feels very wrong. This photo posted by a Twitter user has many up in arms. The husky's thick double coat is what keeps them insulated from the cold. The overcoat is long and water resistant, while the undercoat is short and warm. Without their fur, huskies are not only unprotected from cool air, but also exposed to the sun's UV rays, allowing for easy sunburn. With no explanation offered as to why the husky was shaved, animal lovers online are worried it was stripped of its fur for some kind of sick joke. Twitter user Lily Stark points out that such a bold haircut affects the coat's function and never grows back right. However, user Lorelei Mission counters that animals are often shaved due to medical reasons or for surgery to be conducted. One user mentioned he'd heard the dog had been involved in some sort of glue accident, and in that case the trim might be justified, but we've not been able to verify that claim. User Ted here doesn't seem to care what the reasons are behind this cut, but hopes the pup's down to party. The user who posted the photo claimed he found it somewhere online, so for all we know, there's someone wearing that poor husky's coat around just to be fashionable. And unfortunately, seems he's not the only one walking around feeling coatless and looking ridiculous. Poor little guys. In any case, think we can all agree, unless it's absolutely necessary, let your huskies keep their nice, thick, fluffy coat. They need them. Burglars outwit guard dog before robbing house. A guard dog's main duty on watch is to safeguard the house from unsavory characters who may threaten the life or possessions of its owner. They are trained to instill fear in the hearts of trespassers and make them wish they'd chosen a different career path. Unfortunately, this is one guard dog that clearly didn't pay attention in class, and a couple of burglars in Peoria, Arizona were quick to take advantage. On December 8th, the unidentified man and woman pulled up to the house in their Chevy Impala and parked in the driveway. After knocking on the door and realizing no one was home, the man then hopped over the wall and proceeded into the backyard. He didn't show up empty-handed, carrying a special weapon to neutralize the threat of a potential security guard, dog treats. And they worked like a charm. Luring the unsuspecting canine out through the doggy door, the man then squeezed his way into the small flap door and proceeded to ransack the home, stealing multiple goods with ease. One by one, the thieves carried the furniture to the car as the dog watched, clearly wondering what his new friends were doing with all his owner's stuff. When they finished packing up the loot, the pooch must have been even more confused as he watched them speed away, leaving him behind to clean up the mess. Luckily, a neighbor spotted the dog and returned him to his owners. Someone's gonna have plenty of explaining to do when his family gets home. Police are asking for the public's help to track down the two criminals, but we know one eyewitness who can't be relied on for help.
These two dogs went totally viral. Who told you only humans could apologize? Dogs also have manners. These two pups are Bear and Bull. They're brothers and are always up to mischievous pranks. Last month, their owner Carol Jordan found a handwritten note left by the mail carrier in her mailbox. It stated the dogs crawled into the mail carrier's car and ate the lunch that was left there. Far from being angry, Jordan was mainly concerned for the Labrador's well-being. No signs were left from the hungry pair's loot except 2 small carrots in the grass. To make up for the boys' thievery, Jordan left an apology note at the post office along with a Subway gift card. She posted everything on Facebook, and that's where things went viral with thousands upon thousands of shares and likes from around the world. The two internet celebrities even got their own Facebook page. Spanish police dog performed CPR to save agent's life. A video of a police dog rushing to perform CPR on an officer after he collapses has gone viral. In the video, the police officer falls down to the ground and pretends to be unresponsive while Poncho, the police dog, runs over to him to perform CPR. Poncho quickly dashes over to the officer on the ground and starts jumping on his chest. Poncho apparently also placed its head on the officer's neck to check for his pulse. The dog continued to do so until the police officer finally got up and gave it a treat. The Policía de Madrid, who shared the video on Twitter, tweeted out praise for Poncho for not hesitating to save the life of an officer. Chinese woman's puppy revealed to be baby fox. If you ever buy a dog in China, might want to make sure it's actually a dog. A woman named Miss Wang reportedly bought what she thought was a Japanese Spitz puppy for around $190 last summer in a Shaanxi province pet store. This is a Japanese Spitz, by the way. This little fella's not that. According to The Sun, Wang noticed something was afoot when her baby pooch started rejecting dog food. Another clue was the animal's changing body. Its fur got thick, face pointy, and tail long. Wang said the other dogs were actually afraid of the animal. While walking at a park, she said people would tell her it's not a dog, but a fox. An expert confirmed as such. Citing local media, The Sun reports Wang is getting ready to hand the animal over to the zoo. Sadly, she's not the only one to be duped into buying a fake dog. Recently, a Chinese couple were surprised after their Tibetan Mastiff pup started walking on his hind legs. Turns out their 2-year-old canine was actually a 240-pound Asiatic bear. Bad dog, bad dog. Finn, a mixed breed, was walking off the leash on a trail with his human Reed Thompson and Thompson's girlfriend in Ontario, Canada on Sunday. Finn usually stays close by, but that day he caught a whiff of deer and went into hound mode, ignoring commands to return. Thompson told Fox News Finn chased Bambi along a road through a hospital and back onto another road. He said the two animals tangled for a bit before scaling a guardrail and coming to some ice. But while Rudolph got away, Finn was put in the doghouse after being nabbed by Canada's finest. This photo went viral on Twitter, spawning #FreeFinn and dog versus deer memes galore. Reportedly, the pup was later released, but his owners received a very un-Canadian talking to about animal control and keeping dogs on the leash. Finn, meanwhile, seems to be doing fine. No word on the deer, though. Maybe next time, buddy. Now this is how you do practical effects. Solo, a Star Wars story, isn't doing so well at the box office, but the movie isn't without its surprises. Like the fact that these alien hounds were played by dogs in bodysuits. A behind-the-scenes look at the film and this week's edition of the Star Wars show on StarWars.com gave fans a look at the planet of Corellia. Specifically, the show looked at the many practical effects employed, including the thick bodysuits worn by dogs to portray the Corellian hounds. According to Wikipedia, no joke, a real thing, these are fleet-footed, loud-barking, vicious species that were used for attack and hunting but did not make good pets. StarWars.com writes that this canine named Saxon was especially trained to wear the Lycra bodysuit. Saxon also played Nymeria, a dire wolf in Season 7's Game of Thrones, where looking epic was all that was required.